Some actors, you watch their movies and you're entertained for a bit, right? But Manoj Kumar,
Yeah.
he was different. He's like woven into the fabric of who we are. You know what I mean?
It's true. Even now, it's like his films are always there. It's kind of like, that one uncle we all have. At every wedding, the super patriotic one who plays all the old classics, and somehow you still love it.
Exactly. So today we're taking a deep dive into those films, those shared memories.
Hmm.
We're going to see how they actually shaped like an entire generation's idea of patriotism.
Well, he's called the Bharat of Bollywood for a reason. It's not just a name. It's like he represents something deeper.
And we're going to go through 10 of his most iconic films to see how he did it. So buckle up. It's going to be intense, dramatic, maybe a bit mysterious, and yeah, definitely full of patriotism.
Oh, absolutely.
So let's start at the beginning. 1962, Hariali Arasta. This is where he really made his mark, right?
Definitely a breakthrough film. He plays Shankar, and he's caught in this love triangle with Mala Sinha and Shashikala.
Classic Bollywood setup.
But what's interesting is, even then, he had this intensity, this depth of emotion.
Yeah, he wasn't just a pretty face.
Not at all. And you can almost see, even then, those early signs of the Harat persona emerging.
Right. Like he was always meant to be that guy, that symbol. Okay, fast forward to 1964, Wokan T. This movie is still so creepy, so gripping.
Ah, a true psychological thriller.
Mm.
The doctor, the mysterious woman, Sadhana.
The music, the visuals, everything just draws you in.
Don't forget that song, Lag Jagale, Lata Mangeshkar, Pure Magic. Why do you think that song became so iconic?
Honestly, it just gets to you. It's haunting, beautiful, and you can't separate it from the movie, the atmosphere, the suspense.
Manoj Kumar's stare was pretty haunting, too. He could say so much with just a look.
Right. Like he was reading your soul. Now, 1965 was a big year. That's when Shahid came out. And you could say that's when Farhat was truly born.
Absolutely. I mean, casting him as Bhagat Singh was just brilliant.
It was like destiny, wasn't it?
In a newly independent India, to see this portrayal of a revolutionary icon.
It touched everyone deeply. And Sarfaroshi Ki Tamana, that song just became the anthem.
It really captured the spirit of the time.
After that, every mother wanted their son to be either an IAS officer or Manoj Kumar.
That's funny, but you can see why. He became this ideal to strive for.
Okay, same year, but totally different genre.
Yeah.
Gumnam, classic murder mystery set in this spooky mansion long before these modern thrill movies we see now.
Yes, Gumnam. A bunch of people stranded, and then, one by one.
The tension builds and builds.
Oh.
Manoj Kumar was right in the thick of it.
And that song, Gumnam Hai Koi. Chilling. What do you think makes that film so timeless?
Well, it's the suspense, right? You never know who's next. And it makes you wonder, if I was stuck in that mansion, how would I survive?
That's a good question.
Maybe just stare at everyone like Manoj Kumar. Project that aura of suspicion. Might just work.
It might just work.
Now on to 1967. Upkar. This is where we got Mir Deshki Dardi. And this time, Manoj Kumar wasn't just acting, he was directing too.
Upkar is, well, it's peak Bharat. He's the soldier protecting the nation, but he's also the farmer working the land.
He was the original I can do both guy.
He was. And it captured Lal Bahadur Shastri's slogan perfectly, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan.
That message of national unity, self-reliance, it really struck a chord. Okay, same year, but total opposite mood. Pathar Ki Sanam, pure melodrama.
The heartbreaks, the emotional turmoil.
That Rafi song, soul-crushing.
Manoj Kumar was fantastic in this. He embodied that anguish so well.
I wouldn't be surprised if he once held the record for most dramatic sigh.
He was definitely skilled at expressing emotion. Okay, moving on to 1970, we have Parab Ar Pashchim. This film dealt with the whole East versus West thing.
Cultural clashes.
Manoj Kumar, directing and starring, of course, and worried about NRIs losing their Indian values.
Sarabhanu embracing the Western ways.
The conflict was set.
But of course, Bharat steps in with all his Desi magic. And that scene, Main Harat Karani Walahun.
That song, that scene, it's iconic. The pride, the energy.
That scene could power a small city. It's like those long YouTube rants about what's wrong with NRIs today.
That's a great analogy.
Okay, 1972 Shore. This was a different kind of movie for him. Really emotional, no patriotism, just pure human drama.
Shore was a departure. It's about this father trying to get his son's voice back. Heartbreaking.
That scene where he screams, Main Awaz Hoon, it stays with you.
You can feel his desperation. It's really powerful.
If you remade it today, they'd probably call it something like The Sound and the Fury, a noisy adaptation, and make it a musical.
Interesting.
Then, 1974, Roti Kapta Armakan. This film tackled some serious issues. Unemployment, poverty, the gap between the rich and the poor.
Roti Kapta Armakan was very relevant then, and honestly, it still is today.
Sadly, yes. Even my grandparents, when they talk about this film, they're like, that was our reality.
It really captured those struggles.
If this movie came out today, Twitter would explode hashtags everywhere.
It would definitely spark a conversation.
All right, last stop. 1981, Kranti. Epic historical drama starring Manoj Kumar and Dilip Kumar. Huge scale, British India, the works.
Kranti was massive, a real spectacle.
It was like Bahubali before Bahubali.
And Manoj Kumar was deeply involved in every aspect of it.
Directing, acting, probably designing the costumes too, who knows?
It was his passion project.
And according to this film, the key ingredients for a revolution are a really long, passionate speech, slow motion flag waving, and lots of crying in the background.
Sounds about right.
Before we wrap up, going to mention a couple of less talked about films. Sannyasi, where he plays a hermit.
Very different, a bit deep, a bit bizarre.
And then there's Clerk, which was supposed to be his comeback, but
It didn't quite work out.
even legends have flops. So if you had to sum it up, what's the Manoj Kumar formula?
Well, it's that intensity, the patriotism, and the fact that he often directed himself. He had a very clear vision.
Can you imagine someone like, say, Ranveer Singh doing a Manoj Kumar role?
Ranveer and Shahid.
He'd probably burst into a dance routine in the middle of a protest march.
Yeah, not quite the same vibe.
Or Ranbir Kapoor.
Ranveer's Bhagat Singh would be very introspective, nuanced.
Great acting, but not the fiery revolutionary we're used to.
Different style.
And Tiger Shroff, he'd be doing backflips all over British India.
Lots of action, but maybe not the gravitas.
So thinking about his career, what kind of Bharat did India need versus the Bharat Manoj Kumar gave us?
Manoj Kumar created archetypes, black and white, no shades of gray. His characters had clarity, conviction.
In a complex world, he offered simple answers. Love your country, cry when you need to, and always strike a pose.
And that resonated with people. It still does.
Okay, time for some audience interaction. We had a question. Was Manoj Kumar ever not serious on screen?
Ah, good question.
Well, remember his cameo in Padosan? Seeing him react to Mehmood's antics? Priceless.
It was like a monk at a disco.
We also had a question about his signature pose, hand on chest. Some say his tailor stitched his pocket shut, forcing him into that pose. That's a funny theory.
But honestly, I think it was just pure Desi swag.
Yeah, it became iconic.
Okay, trivia time. Did you know Mir Deshki Darti took 7 days to shoot?
7 days?
Manoj Kumar wanted those extras waving the flag to really feel it.
That's dedication.
Also, after Roti Kapta or Makan, he banned the word coolie from his sets.
A sign of respect.
And get this. Amitabh Bachchan's angry young man was partly inspired by Manoj Kumar's socially conscious roles.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Let's do a quick box office rewind. Upcar ran for 50 weeks straight.
That's unbelievable.
And Kranti, if you adjust for inflation, it might have even out-earned some of today's blockbusters.
Amazing staying power.
Last thing. What if Manoj Kumar made movies today? Biopic titles, Selfie with Bhagat Singh, Bharat, the patriotic influencer.
Fun ideas.
Purab or Pashim reboot. Purab or Pashim, the global influencer wars.
It'd be an epic series.
And his Twitter bio, proud Indian, filmmaker, unwavering flag enthusiast, hashtag Desi above all.
So as we end our deep dive, one thing's clear. Manoj Kumar's films weren't just movies. They were cultural heirlooms.
They reflected a specific time, a specific set of values.
Love them or hate them, you can't ignore their impact.
Absolutely.
So, listener, I have a final task for you. Tonight, play Mir Dishki Darti. Stand up tall and proud and strike that pose, hand on chest.
Just try it.
You'll feel 10% more Manoj Kumar, I guarantee it.
Boom. You are now 10% Manoj Kumar.
And on that note, we're out.